Okay, so what you're gonna need to start this bracelet off is 4 colors for the Burberry pattern. And the 4 colors that I have are brown, red, black, and white. I usually buy my string at Michael's or Walmart. I don't buy them anywhere else. The brown is it's DMC, it's 841, and the red is also the brand is DMC, and it's 666. The white and black, I got it at a package in Walmart. I buy them like in a package of just black and white string. You can buy them at Michael's too, but I usually buy them at Walmart for that. So yeah, those are the 4 colors you're gonna need. And if you want to learn how to do this bracelet, just continue watching, and I'll try my best to show you how to do it step by step, and I'll show you how to do your knots. So let's begin to do the pattern. Okay, so I already cut my string. I don't normally measure. I never have, and I never will, to be honest, because I don't know, I never done it. The best measurements that I can give you is 30 inches long. I'm gonna start mine with the braids on the top, so I'm gonna knot it, like I'm gonna leave like 3 inches out, and I'm gonna knot it. So after I'm done knotting it, I'll show you how to knot it. Hold on. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wrap it around your finger, and you're just gonna grab like the remaining strings, the ends of the strings. You're gonna pull it through like the hole or the loop, and you're gonna tighten it. So afterwards, you're gonna just pin it, clip it, tape it, like whatever you need to keep it in place. That's what you're gonna do. So then from here, I'm gonna show you how to do your knots, and I'm gonna show you the best way I can. Okay, so this is how you're gonna want to set up your bracelet. The first color is gonna be red. The next 4 colors are gonna be brown. Then it's gonna be black, brown, white, brown, black, brown, white, brown, and black. I'm gonna leave the order in the description down below so you won't get confused. And this is how you're gonna want to have your string set up in this exact order. And you're gonna want to make sure when you start knotting that you also have the strings in order, because you don't want to get messed up, and you're gonna have to start unknotting, and it's just gonna get really annoying. And I've been there, and trust me, it's like, I don't know, you just don't want to deal with that. So then once you like get it set up like this, I'm gonna show you how to do your knots. Even though there's a video on how to do them, I'm gonna show you anyways. So that's why this video is kind of long. And yeah, so we're gonna start knotting. We're gonna do 4 knots. Make sure you have your strings in order in the right colors so we can begin, and I'll show you what you're gonna have to do next. Okay, so since red is first, red has to knot over the brown that's right next to it. It's gonna be a forward knot. 4 knots always knot to the right, I believe. Yeah, they knot to the right. So you're gonna want to take the red and go underneath the brown through the hole, and you're gonna want to pull it up. So you pull the red up, pull it up, and then you're gonna want to do it. You're gonna want to do that same step again. So it always has to be like twice. So you're gonna want to do the same exact thing. I'm doing it like really super slow. I know probably it's like so boring and annoying, whatever, but I am trying my best to show you how to do these knots. At first, when you're first trying to attempt to do this, I feel like it's really hard, because I had a hard time, but that was years ago. So you'll eventually get it. And now for the next 2 knots, it's going to be brown on brown. So it's going to be the next 2 strings. It's going to be the 3rd string, and it's going to knot over the 4th string. So you're going to want to grab the next 2 strings, which is brown and brown, and you're going to want to do a forward knot. Make sure you also keep your string like in order, because they sometimes tend to like tangle up and you like knot over the wrong color, and that's not what you want to do, because then when you realize it, you're probably already all the way into the bracelet. And I've done that before and it's so annoying. So you're going to do another forward knot. I'm going to do the exact same thing that you did for the first knot. You're going to want to pull up, and you're going to do that again. Go underneath the brown, through the hole, and pull up. Alright, so we're going to go on to the next two colors, which is brown and black. Put those to the side because you don't need to use them anymore. So you're going to go to the next two colors, which is brown and black. So brown is going to knot over the black string. I'm going to do another forward knot. This is like basically all forward knots. So you're going to do another forward knot. Grab the black string and pull the brown string through it and pull it up, and you're going to do that again. And you're going to go underneath and you're going to pull it up, and there's your forward knot. Okay, so now that we did that, you're going to go on to the next two strings, which is brown and white. So brown is going to knot over the white string. And you can do another forward knot. This pattern is so simple and easy. Like, it's so simple and easy. Like, I can't even exaggerate like on how simple this bracelet is. So you're going to do another forward knot. By this time you should all kind of already get the idea like how to do a forward knot, but I'm gonna keep on showing you how to do it anyways, just so you know, just in case you don't have the idea yet. I'm gonna try my best to keep on showing you how to do it. Okay, so the brown goes underneath the white. It's gonna go through the hole, and you're gonna pull it up. Probably don't want to also pull it up way too tight or way too loose, because then especially when it's loose, because I don't know, it looks weird when it's really loose. Anyways, the next two strings are brown and black. So the brown is gonna knot over the black, and the brown is gonna knot over the black string. And you're going to do another forward knot. And it's pretty easy. By now, it should be pretty easy. So, like I said, you're going to grab the black, you're going to pull the brown underneath through, and you're going to pull it up. And you're going to want to do it again. So it has to be twice. And go underneath the black and pull up. I'm fixing my strings so like I don't have them in the way. Make sure you always keep them organized and out of the way so you don't like mess up or anything. And you're going to grab the next two strings, which is brown and white. And you're going to knot, the brown is going to knot over the white string. So you're going to do another forward knot. And I'm still going to try to show you how to do the forward knot just in case you don't know how to do it yet. So you're going to do another forward knot, you're going to pull up, and you're going to do it again. and you're gonna grab your last two strings, which is brown and black. And the brown is gonna knot over the black. This is the last 4 knot that you need to do for this first row. And I'm organizing my string again. So you're gonna grab the last 2 string, which is brown and black, and the brown is gonna knot over the black. So it's the last 4 knot that we need to do, and then I'll show you what you have to do next. So last 4 knot, okay, and there we are finished with the first row. It's all 4 knots and they go to the right. All right, now I'll show you the next steps we need to take, and it's exactly how you want it to look: 1 red and a lot of brown knots. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing backward knots. I am like so sorry if you can hear like a lot of noise in the background because of my son. He's always like talking and on YouTube. Anyways, I want to get one thing clear. When we're doing the second step, you don't need the very first string. You just go on to the 2 strings, which is red and brown. So brown's going to be knotting over the red, and that's going to be a backward knot. Now we're going to go on to the next 2 strings. We're going to do another backward knot, and the next 2 strings are black and brown. So I'm going to show you how to do another backward knot, and it's just like a forward knot except you're knotting to the left now. So we're going to the left, and I am showing you like really slow and carefully as much as I can. Okay, so continuing with the backward knots, and this will be the last backward knot, which will be the black and the brown, and the black will be knotting over the brown string. And as you can see, the very last string, you're not going to use it. You don't need it for this row. Like, you don't need it. There's no use for it. Like, just leave it alone. And that like completes this row. And then from here, you're gonna do the same step that we did the first time on the first row, which is like straight forward knots. And the first and last string you will use when you're doing the forward knots. So it's really simple and easy. This bracelet is not difficult. I mean, when you look at the bracelet, you're just like, wow, like, it looks really hard to make. That's what I thought at first, but when I read the pattern, I was just like, oh wow, it's like really easy. It's just a bunch of forward and backward knots. The only thing you have to do and keep in mind is you want to have the colors organized, and you want to have them in the right order, and that's basically it. So as you can see, I'm doing the forward knots now, and I did speed up the video because by this time you should know how to do your knots. I wasn't really going to get into detail with the knots, but I decided that I really wanted to do it just in case some of you guys don't know how to do your knots yet. But right now I'm doing the forward knots again, and like I said, you just go straight through with the forward knots. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm fixing my string. You may want to make sure you fix your string because sometimes I do knot on the wrong string. I hate when I do that because then I have to unknot it, and it takes a lot of time. Like, I really don't like doing that. So that's why I kind of wanted to show you like a little bit more like how it'll start to look. At first it doesn't really look like the bracelet, but I mean, of course, like throughout the knotting, like you start to see the bracelet forming into the bracelet that you really want, and how you want it to look or whatever. This pattern doesn't only go for these colors, but this bracelet was a tutorial on a Burberry inspired bracelet, but you can obviously use different colors. So yeah, and now that I did the forward knots for that row, you're gonna go on to do the backward knots, And like I said, for the backward knots, you don't need the first or the last string, so you just like put them away. And if you like, when you start doing the backward row, you can like separate the strings into two like pairs, because it'll be more easier for you, and you know which string to knot over which string. So I'm like separating them right now, as you can see, so you won't get like confused or anything. So yeah, that's what I do. Like sometimes when I'm like, my strings are all tangled up and stuff, I usually like separate them. So yeah, so that's what you're gonna want to do. Right here, I'm just gonna speed up like super fast. So you're gonna just start seeing like how it's gonna start forming, like how it's gonna start, like how you say it, how it's gonna start looking or whatever. So yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be posting more. This video actually took me a while to edit, and like I tried to do my best. I'm not really like used to doing this all the time, so if you would like to see more videos, comment down below. I'll do whatever pattern you ask me to do. I could do just about anything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, like I said, and I'll be posting more stuff in the future. And if you have any questions, just ask me. So yeah, all right, thank you for watching.